Hi guys, this is Marta Pozniakowski from callmarta.ca. Today I'm visiting Hamilton at 75 James, a new project, and I'm with Karla Duka. You will tell us all about 75 James.
Yes. Okay, so first and foremost, I don't know if you noticed looking outside the window, we are currently under construction, and that's actually due to the sponsorship team for this project. So it's comprised of 3 different companies, the first being Fengate Development. So they are the developer. They've been around for over 45 years. I believe they started in 1974. They actually have total asset value of over $25 billion. So they're a pretty big developer.
We know Fengate, it's pretty huge company. And liuna as well, right? It's
liuna as well,
project.
yeah. So Fengate also has about 10,000 units coming to market within the next few years or so. We did just mention liuna. They are known for obviously being the largest labor union in all of North America. They also have about a $10 billion pension fund that they use to invest in different projects throughout the GTHA. So they do take it seriously, kind of like who they work with and the different projects that they work on. And then finally, you have Hirisegroup, who's the project manager on this project. They started in 1979, and they've done projects such as the Regency in Toronto and Yorkville. Yeah. They've done the William Thomas Tower here in Hamilton. Currently, they have 75 James, and then actually down the street, I don't know if you've noticed driving in, they also have Cobalt Luxury Residences, which is under construction as well. That's another partnership with liuna. And then coming to market for them, they also have liuna Gardens coming to the waterfront of Hamilton, which is about a 7-minute drive from here.
Lots of projects in Hamilton.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
and
the residences, will be that rental?
So Cobalt Luxury Residences is a rental building, yes.
Okay.
And then, yeah, they also have 2 towers coming to Brampton on Main Street.
But what is amazing about liuna, by the way, I run a Polish film festival, so once in a while I'm invited to run a Q&A for guest film directors that are coming from Poland. And this year I was invited by the European film festivals to do a Q&A with one of the Polish directors. And liuna was sponsor of the European Film Festival. I'm like,
oh,
how cool, yeah.
You're like, I know that name.
Yeah, but what is phenomenal is that Hamilton, as you probably know, there is like the biggest congestion of old buildings still in downtown. And part of the buildings where we are now is the sales center. It's a building constructed in 1806. 1806.
Yes. Wow. So this was actually Bell's first telephone switch station, which will actually be incorporated into the future 75 James as well, which you'll see on the scale model too.
Yes. Yes, we'll show you the building, and the actual building will be implemented into the new structure of the condominium. It looks beautiful.
Yeah.
I love when people do that, you know, when we are like combining the old with the new.
Yes, yeah. So they're really bringing like the past and combining it with the present,
especially
which is
with
nice.
Hamilton, right? We have such a heritage of these old buildings, and with Toronto, I know it's sometimes heartbreaking when they're demolishing all the old
100%
homes or buildings, putting new condos. So I like that we're kind of maintaining this old look and keeping the city of Hamilton vibrant, modernized, but still keeping the heritage element of the streets, right?
Yeah.
So that's the tower, 75
So this
James.
is 75 James. It's going to be 34 stories with 616 units on levels 1 and 2 of the building. You'll see it from the south side off Jackson. We have live work units. Obviously, we've entered into the sales office through this building. Parking will also be found on the south side of the building off of Jackson, so it's 4 levels of underground parking.
So that's Huxon Street?
This is Houston Street South, and then this is Jackson Street.
Okay, and James Street.
Yeah, and then James Street. So the pedestrian entrance to the building is actually the southwest corner over here.
Okay.
And then, 4 levels of underground parking and 4 levels of above ground parking
4 level
as well.
parkings, wow.
Yeah, so we have over 300 parking spots for the amount of units that we have in this building. In terms of amenities, we also have about 16,000 square feet of amenities. So on the first level, you of course have the lobby, pet wash area, concierge, you have the male vestibule area. On the 16th and 17th floor, you'll find the fitness facility, 3 different party rooms, the outdoor terrace, you have a co-working hub, a kids play zone area. There's also 2 dining room areas, party rooms with that kitchen as well, the prep kitchen too.
Very good. And what do we have on the terrace here?
So you'll have like outdoor seating, you'll have nice views of the city, and then there's also going to be things like barbecue and just like further seating outdoors.
Okay, great. And when it comes to variety of units, are we having like 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms? What's the...
So we do have studios up until 3 and dens offered in this building, 345 square feet to just over 1,400 square feet. You'll notice that a lot of the units that we have, you'll have outdoor spaces. The only ones that will not have outdoor space are studios. But if you're looking at the key plates here, the key plans, you'll notice also like the 2 bedrooms are on the corner units. Some of our studios as well can also double as junior 1 bedrooms, which is nice. But yeah, for the most part, it is a lot of 1 bedroom and den options here, which is really good in terms of like the types of tenants you can have. Like you can double them as junior 2 bedrooms as well.
Right, so those are 1 bedrooms?
So anything that's yellow is a 1 and den.
Oh, 1 and den.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything.
So the bedrooms actually have a window.
Yeah. So these ones will have a window,
cool.
and then this as well can double as a junior 1 bedroom, like for example, right? This one is 660 square feet, and this also
I love that
parking.
we have a window in a bedroom because quite often you buy a 1
you
bedroom
have like the
without
gallery
window.
style units.
Yes, with those see-through like a frosted glass door.
No, it's nice to see natural lighting every so often.
Yeah, this is a nice floor plan. I know that we have a very good pricing, and I'm promoting Hamilton to my clients very much, particularly like investors, because you can really scoop up a good units, particularly now, because you guys are coming up with a great incentives, right?
So we are looking at an average of $10.25 per square foot in this project. So we're actually the most affordable.
$10.25.
Yes, we're actually the most affordable in Hamilton right now as well, which is nice. In terms of pricing, they will start at $429,000 essentially from our studios, and then it goes up from there.
Okay. And when it comes to incentives, what else do we have? What's the deposit structure?
So we have an extended deposit structure. It's $5,000 on signing, balanced to 5% in 30 days. For 2023 and 2024, it's still 5% each year, but they are broken up into 2.5% increments. And then the remaining 5% is on occupancy, which in this building will be early 2026.
2026, okay. And I know that like the pricing for parking lockers and the units, it's $20,000 off of all suites.
Yes.
Which is, you actually keep the original pricing, the launch pricing. So
yeah, we are still at day 1 pricing and day 1 incentive. So part of that incentive package was to put $20,000 off of all suites, so that will show on the price that it's listed at. But same for parking, that was knocked off by $20,000, so it is now $40,000 instead of $60,000.
So
lockers was also reduced.
Yeah, and parkings, you have to have 2 bedrooms, or anyone can get a parking, or you need to have a special?
So because we only have about 300
footage.
parking spots, more or less, only 2 bedrooms and up are eligible.
Okay.
However, if you do want a 1 and a den, it has to be minimum 660 square feet.
Okay, or you're on a waiting list.
Or you're on a waiting list,
okay.
correct.
So $40,000 per parking, $4,000 for locker, free assignment fee, right to lease.
Yep.
Right, so that means you can rent your unit during the occupancy period.
Correct.
And capped levies fees, right? We have for small units $7,000, for 2 bedroom suites or larger $9,000.
Correct.
This is amazing. What is your best unit right now? What's the less expensive unit available at this moment?
I mean, it depends on what you're looking for, right? Like the 1BO2 seems to be a really popular one. So
they rent very well. 1 bedroom and 1 bedroom plus den are the best, right?
And that's actually, we have a lot of them offered in this building as well. Like you'll even notice it in the key plates when you look through them. So these are the most common key plans that we have. You will see like a majority are the orange or yellow. Yeah. So we do have a lot of those options available. Like very investor
2 bedrooms style. As well, I would say. I mean,
2 bedroom are mainly going to be found on the corners, right? Yeah.
Beautiful. So about the location right now, where the building is located in Hamilton.
Yeah, so we're actually downtown Hamilton. We're going to be at the corner of Jackson and James Street, or King and James actually. If you notice walking into the building, I don't know if you noticed Hamilton Go, just down the street off Houston. Walking distance. It's less than a 2-minute walk. I timed myself, so it's like a minute and 20 seconds.
Do you take Go sometimes? Have you ever tried to take the Go?
I haven't tried, but I know people that have, and it is about an hour from the Go station over to Toronto Union Station. Coming to Main and James, we have the future LRT station, so that's going to be like the city has also invested $3.4 billion into that. So that's going to extend from McMaster over to basically Stony Creek 14 kilometers with 17 stops. So we are basically 200 meters away from one of those stops.
Do we know when it's going to be completed, the LRT?
From what I know, the major construction will be starting within the next couple of years or so. They're hoping to have it complete by the time we're completed, but you never know what can happen from that point on, from now up until that point. At King and James as well, there's also a bus stop that connects you to 5 different transit lines, or bus routes, I should say. And then, of course, driving in, you know, we're minutes away from the highway that connects you to all the other highways. We're close to 5 different US borders. So even with that being said, the workforce that's around us and like the people that can be moving into Hamilton because of how connected we are to basically the rest of the GTA.
No, like I have no doubts. Like you don't have to sell me on Hamilton. I know this Hamilton have been forgotten for decades.
Yeah,
Hamilton is coming back. $6 billion have been invested.
Yeah, so there has like the city is Hamilton's going through so many changes. Like there is about $6 billion coming. In terms of investments into the city. So I just mentioned, I just mentioned the LRT at 3.4 billion, the waterfront revitalization, 140 million is going into that. 500 million is going into the entertainment hub. So that includes the First Ontario Centre for concerts, hockey games, etc. Because of all the high-tech companies that are coming into Hamilton as well. For example, Omnia Bio, I believe they invested about 580 million. So that goes into like cell research. That's basically what they do. Companies like that, Slate Asset Management also invested 518 million. They acquired, I think, 800 acres of land for whatever it may be, industrial lands, industrial parks. So with that being said, all these companies are basically moving into Hamilton. And with that being said, in order to keep up with that, Bell has also invested $400 million into the digital infrastructure to keep up with the amount of tech that's coming into the city.
It's actually, I have it in my car. I have to bring it to show it to you, or maybe you know about it. I get this little magazine newspaper tucked into my mailbox. I live in Etobicoke, Toronto, and it was about why Hamilton. And it's like the whole newspaper about things that are happening in Hamilton: art, culture, education, universities, right? 2 major universities, McMaster and
McMaster and Mohawk. So McMaster is also a 15-minute bus ride from here, and then Mohawk is 11 minutes from here.
So I'm thinking, wow, like Hamilton is really like huge spotlight on Hamilton right now.
Yeah.
And with all the developments, like you guys are here, right? We know about other developers building their towers. Like it's amazing. Like I think this is the place to.
Yeah, and it's really undergoing a lot of change.
Yeah, and the rents are good, right? Like comparables to Toronto.
Yeah.
But you're paying like almost half the price that you will pay for units in Toronto.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So we have a CMA here as well. Like this is for you to keep. So this is like a comparable for one of the other buildings in the area. It's very similar to this building, but it's already built, of course.
Oh, wow.
So when you're looking at the rental, for example, you're really looking at like $3.50 to $4 per square foot in terms of rent. So just something to consider if you're looking at an investment, right?
Okay, I can share that with you guys if you want to take a look. This is fantastic. So if someone's interested to purchase a unit, what's the first step we need to do?
Well, it'd be nice for them to come into the sales office, of course, just so they can get the full experience and see, you know, the different exposures that we have. But in terms of what they need, of course, we'll have to pick the unit first, and then it's standard practice. Fill out the worksheets, submit your IDs, deposits need to be submitted as well.
So it's is it $10,000 deposit?
It's $5,000 on signing.
$5,000 on signing. Okay, and then in 30 days,
balance to 5%.
Yeah, amazing. 5,000, fantastic. I love it. Okay, well, I guess we'll chat a little more. And if you guys have any questions, you can reach me at 647-836-9130 or go to callmarta.ca. Karla, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.